It's the morning of October 21st. Let's do an update on altcoins by taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, Ethereum, Solana, and also BNB. So Bitcoin dominance on the daily time frame, it has worked its way up through this ascending wedge, which tend to break to the downside. However, not in this case. We have broken out to the bull side here and are currently holding this top line as support, and we are positioned to shoot upwards to at the very least 60.5%. This is bad for altcoins because this means that the market is probably more likely to sell, meaning Bitcoin will sell, altcoins will sell harder, and as a result, Bitcoin dominance would rise. On the weekly time frame, we do see resistance levels between where we are now all the way up to 60.2%, where the 21-week exponential moving average is. This has always been our general zone of resistance, where if we are going to get a rejection here and altcoins are going to rally, it's going to be somewhere within this range. However, we are not seeing signs of a slowdown in Bitcoin dominance just yet. Now, coming over to Ethereum on the daily time frame, we have been in this consolidating triangle, and it looked like we were trying to break out of it bullishly. However, we're getting a pretty strong rejection today from the 12-day exponential moving average, and with momentum being overall bearish below the zero, we have to assume that we are more likely to break out of this bearishly than bullishly. The key level today, if we were to fall like a rock, is $3,760 or so, to try to see if that'll act as support. If not, coming down, we could have maybe have a double bottom on the 200-day exponential moving average at 3,600. But if we break this pattern, we should assume that we're going to go lower. And the 200 simple moving average is sitting here at $3,200. That is the actual breakout of this target if we break out of this bearishly, or the breakout of this pattern, I should say. Particularly when on the weekly chart, the next key area of support for us is also the 55-week moving average at, hey, you guessed it, basically $3,200. Solana on the weekly time frame is still in this upwards channel that do tend to break to the bear side. And if we break basically what is $182, the 55-week exponential moving average, we should and could have a big break here for Solana. Luckily, we are in oversold territory, so it might not be as big as it possibly could be, which would be a fall to about $120. However, using our Fibonacci retracement tool and just using our plain old eyeballs, we can see that there are a lot of inflection points right here at $153. That could be the area to catch Solana if we were to fall and lose $182 this week. And that brings us to BNB, which we still have our target range here between $875 and $758, which is between the 21-week and the 55-week EMA and also this consolidation zone. Things are still super hot. We are still nowhere near oversold territory. BNB still needs to sell off a bit more here. That is the update for the day. Hope you have a good day. Do good things. Be good people. Make a bunch of money.